Good evening, everyone. We will start this podcast in another 30 seconds. I think we are good to go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to After Hours with William O'Neill India. My name is Rajashekhar Kongari, Equity Research Analyst. Uh, in this podcast, we'll be discussing about the market structure, how the Nifty played out, some of the key indices and news which impacted the stocks as well. Before we go ahead, a disclaimer for this podcast is that whatever stocks ideations we discuss are intended only for educational purpose, should not be taken as an investment advice. Let's look into Nifty's intraday chart. This is a 5-minute candle chart taken from MSA website. Uh, you can see compared to yesterday, Nifty opened on a muted basis, nearly near the yesterday's closing. Not much difference between the yesterday's closing. However, you can see Nifty quickly turned negative and it traded on the lower side, and the selling intensified after making a high around 17,200 intraday. And then I can see a sharp selling was seen in the second half of the trading session. During the course, you can see Nifty breached its 17,000 as well, which is a very important level. The selling intensified in the later half. But the selling is also a broad-based selling. We'll be looking into sectoral impact, sectoral changes as well to determine whether the selling is broad-based or a concentrated one. To get a more clear picture of how the Nifty is placed, it's better to look at the Nifty's daily chart. You can see this black line is the 200 DMA, which is a long-term moving average. During the today's session, as selling was very high, it breached its 200 DMA, which is not a good sign. Recent times, you can see Nifty has been very turbulent and has been coming under selling pressure. Because of which we have changed market status from starting from confirmed uptrend to under pressure and then to downtrend. This is all following by the rules determined this market status. Many of the people have asked us to commented why we are still in rally attempt and why we are still in why we were in downtrend when the market was trading near 200 AM, and it gave a very good session on this particular day. However, it is very important to follow rules because you can see after these big candles, Nifty's direction changed again and it turned negative and reached its 200 DM as well. That is the reason we clearly wait for the follow through day session, which gives a clear indication that a fresh rally is about to happen. Until now, we have not seen a follow through session, that is Nifty advancing 1.5% or more on volume higher than the previous session. It's very important to have a follow through day, because a follow through day is that there is a good price action and as well as volume action. We are coupling both the price action with the volume action to get a more clear picture rather than just looking at the price or volume actions. So as a systematic investors, it's very important to follow the rules so that in the long term, you are going to generate alpha, you are going to beat benchmark indices. So this is not just a short-term game we are in. We are playing for the long term. So to stay in the long term, it's very important to have capital in hand as well. So capital preservation plays a key role. That is the reason we have set up a few selling rules according to which our capital is not deteriorated much. Even though market falls 10 to 20%, our capital will not be lost on the similar lines. We have various articles related to capital preservation as well, and also the importance is explained clearly in that. You can browse through those articles on the website. You'll get a more clear picture, and you'll get also an idea about our rules regarding the same. Currently, we are continuing to be in the rally attempt, and we are, as I mentioned, we are waiting for a fall today on the upside. However, on the downside, if the Nifty breaches its recent low, that is a 16,740 level, then we'll be changing the market status to back to downtrend. Then we'll be again following the same process, identifying the short-term bottom. The same process is followed. Until then, we'll be staying sidelines on the regarding the model portfolio. But we'll be clearly monitoring stocks which are resilient and forming right side of the base patterns, because whenever the market structure improves, these are the kind of stocks which give very good returns, such as 20 to 25% in within 1 or 2 weeks. So it's very important to identify those prospective breakouts which are about to break out, and keep them in your watch list. And then when the market improves, you can quickly add them to the model portfolio. Talking about the major loser decliners and advances on the Nifty 50 index, you can see only 3 out of 50 stocks have advanced on the Nifty 50 index. This shows the selling which happened today is a broad-based selling. Only a few stocks, that is to be specific, 3 stocks have closed in the green. Axis Bank is a major advancer today with a gain of 1.1% yearly, and Adani Enterprises, Asian Paints or other 2 advances on the Nifty 50 index today. On the decliners, you can see the magnitude of decline is on the higher side. Divis Labs with a major decline of 5.1%, followed by stocks like JSW Steel, IndusInd Bank, Eicher Motors, Nestle Industries. If you see this pack of stocks, you can see clearly no 2 stocks belong to the same sector. That means the overall selling has happened on the broad-based, not just concentrated on the one index. If you look at the sectoral view, same conclusion can be made. All the sectors have closed relatively 1 to 2%, and Nifty reality closed more than 3% as well. So these two, if you combine these 2 slides, it's very easier to conclude that the selling has happened broad-based. And you can see Nifty IT, which has been under radar recently, because TCS has reported results, and Infosys, HCL Tech, and other Wipro will be reporting their numbers in this coming session. So this Nifty IT will be under radar going forward, and other sectors like banking sectors have also declined around 1.1 to 1.7%, private bank 0.1%, and PSU banks 1.7%. Nifty metal has declined 2.2%. Major decliner is that JSW Steel with 3.8% loss, and FMCG also taken a hit with a decline of 1.8%. So it's very easy to conclude that today is a broad-based selling, so not much concentration on one sector. So if this happens, so the overall market structure is getting deteriorated, which is not a good sign. We would want all these indices to advance. However, the reverse is happening, which is not a good sign for the longs. So it's better to wait on the sidelines in these kind of turbulent times. Coming to some of the key stocks which are under news today, ITD Cementation, which is a manufacturer company, has construction company, has bagged a new order worth 755 crores. JSW Energy's subsidiary, that is JSW Neo Energy, has received a letter of intent for nearly 126 megawatt, setting up a hydroelectric power plant from Himachal Pradesh. GM Breweries has reported their September quarter results. Revenue has increased 22% year-on-year basis. EBITDA has also increased 5.6%, but the major negative factor related to the results is that EBITDA margins have contracted 340 bps on year-on-year basis to 21.7. PAT has increased just 4%. But the market participants have taken these results in a negative way, and the stock closed nearly 6% lower. So it's not a good start for the earnings. TCS also reported good numbers, but the market participants again given a sell call, and the stock was down more than 1% in the today's session. So not so good start on the earnings front, but we would like September quarters to be on the good side, so that the overall market structure will improve and stocks will give breakouts. That is on the, we are looking for the positive side in the coming earnings. Thanks for joining today's after hours. We hope to see you again at tomorrow's pre-bill to catch more action related to market structure.